Yeah, Bong-san.
Okay. So we start?
Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
how are you?
Very good.
Yeah.
How's you?
I'm okay.
How is you? Oh.
I'm better. I'm better.
Yeah.
I'm better.
You look better. And I think you are younger than in Japan.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe. Yeah.
You look young.
Yeah. Maybe I look younger, but I'm not younger. Unfortunately.
No.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 65.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, unbelievable. You look younger than 10 years.
Maybe because I'm free now. I feel revigorated. You know, I spent
physically free.
Physically free and even mentally
free.
Capable to act and capable to contact people and be surrounded by friends and family. I think this is very important. I have an appointment with you in January, but you escaped. I missed you. Yeah. But it's okay. It was postponed. Yeah.
2 months later, I finally met you.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah. Good to see you. And but I want to talk with you about Japanese justice system and also prosecutor problem. So I was arrested by the prosecutor about 15 years ago, and I researched about the Japanese justice system for the long time, from the 15 years ago. But I believe the Japanese justice before I arrested, but I totally changed my mind. Also you, because you arrested by the Japanese justice system. And I am afraid of the change of the Japanese justice system 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. The change, changes of the justice system. I am very afraid of this, so I go to the parliament to 証言となってんだっけstate?
Yeah, to state.
To state the system change is dangerous. For us because the prosecutor's power is getting more and more stronger than before. But 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, you arrested. Wow. The man afraid of the system is but first of all, you arrested in the Haneda airport. So the situation of you arrested. How do you think of this?
In my case, as you know, this was a setup. We call it a setup kind of plot, because in any system, prosecutor is supposed to be very neutral. He cannot take a party. If there is a conflict between people, prosecutor is supposed to be very neutral. He cannot take side with one party. Or in my case, I had from the beginning discovered a collaboration, intense collaboration between some Nissan executives and the prosecutor. And it has been taking place for many months. before my arrest, without me being told anything. So, at my arrest, and you remember, I was arrested for one reason. And the reason was I am supposed to have understated my compensation with an amount of money that was neither decided nor paid. So people were confused. At the beginning, there was a big confusion. They thought I received money, I did not declare it. They thought I received money, I didn't pay tax on it. Nobody could understand that I'm arrested for something which was very fictional. Because we're talking about money which was not approved by the board, which was not paid to me, and maybe would be paid into the future. This was the reason. This was the reason of the arrest. Okay, but at the same time that they were making this arrest, some people in Nissan started a campaign of what I call character assassination, showing me as a dictator who is greedy, who is benefiting from a lot of situations which frankly were known by many people and have been going for many years, and are not due to the fact that I was greedy, but due to the fact that I was extremely busy managing different companies on different continents, having to travel in different Renault and Nissan, and having to travel in many countries because I always like to be on the markets. Okay, but the whole story was really a setup. And what's really
always prosecutor set up the stories.
The prosecutor. But the prosecutor, in a certain way, came as a kind of coalition with some Nissan people, and obviously with some support from people in the government, to come to the conclusion that okay, we need to get rid of him. So let's try to find a way to get rid of him. So they started with under-reporting of a compensation which was neither decided nor paid. Okay? And then they kept me in jail for 2 periods. 20 days plus another period.
Always.
By dividing the accusation, same accusation, in 2 periods of time, which is very artificial. But nobody cares. The judge don't care, prosecutors don't care. And frankly, if I was disappointed with something, when I went through the system, is how much the judge are weak in front of the prosecutor. In fact, in my opinion, the boss is the prosecutor. I mean, in any system, in any country I go, you have the prosecutor, you have the defense, and you have the judge is the boss. Okay? He says, you speak, you do this. In many countries, okay? Not in Japan. Not in Japan. What I witnessed through all the judges I've seen is the real boss is the prosecutor. And everybody's afraid of the prosecutor, including the judge, which frankly was a big surprise for me.
Before the World War II, second, the judges and the prosecutor is the same company, same system, and in Japan. After the World War II, the U.S. coming to occupy Japan. They bring the U.S. judge and justice system to install Japan, but only prosecutor system remains in Japan because they find the bad thing of the U.S. Army, U.S. government, Japan occupying government, to find, they find it. So they threaten the U.S. people. So only prosecutor system remain. So the justice and the lawyer, the same situation, but only prosecutor remains.
Yes.
So the Japan's strongest power is a prosecutor.
Yeah, well, I agree. I've seen it. I've seen it, and what's interesting also is there is a conviction rate of 99.4%, and it's interesting because the government say, yeah, but the conviction rate is very high because we don't prosecute everything. Okay, so when there is no reason to prosecute, we don't prosecute. But when we prosecute, then we get 99.4%, which means exactly that the basic principle of any justice system, which is you are presumed to be innocent, and then the prosecutor need to prove you're guilty. Well, if you start by saying, yeah, but we've done such a good job that when we prosecute, we get 99.4%, that means you start by being guilty. I mean, there is no sense to say you're innocent because you have a 99.4%. And then even your Minister of Justice make a big statement in front of the whole world, saying Mr. Gon needs to come to Japan to prove his innocence. Well, in any system, you don't have to prove your innocence. The prosecutors have to prove you're guilty, and you defend yourself with innocence. No, that means the whole story is really incredible, and obviously there are a lot of evidence. Particularly, people usually at the beginning they are scared, they don't want to talk. But with time, they start to talk. And we're going to discover little by little the reality of what happened, which, as I said from day one, is a plot. And it's a plot which has been minutiously prepared between people who, in my opinion, are totally irresponsible. Because when you see the consequence of all of this, obviously I'm out. Nissan is on the decline. Lost more than 50% of its market cap in a very short period of time. Lost all its operating profit, don't know where it's going. Renault also lost more than 50% of its market cap. Renault also is losing all its operating profit. Mitsubishi, which had a V-shaped recovery at the beginning, now is back to the very mediocre results it had before. And and the only explanation, instead of people saying, okay, let's face this challenge, let's start to solve the problem, let's come with a plan to bring the company forward, they say, oh, this is all Carlos Ghosn's responsibility. But they forgot Carlos Ghosn's responsibility for 17 years. I've managed this company. I revived it, doubled its volume, brought it to the forefront of the industry as #1 leader. And now they say, oh, all of a sudden this management is not good. And I'm not even managing the company. Somebody else is managing the company.
But I think you are very, very successful in Nissan revival. So some of the people in Nissan, executives, they don't like you because you are very, very successful people. So we will not be the president or CEO of the Nissan. Never. So I wanna get it off. Mr. Carlos Ghosn, get it out. We wanna get it out. They thought. But they couldn't do this. So they, help us, Mr. Prosecutor. So that's whole story of the Ghosn incident.
But look at the disaster. Look at the disaster. That means I think so. Everywhere you go, you see disaster. Obviously, it's a disaster for me. It's a disaster for many people in Nissan. It's a disaster for Nissan as a company.
But Mr. Prosecutor don't care.
Well, obviously.
Obviously
doesn't.
My case in Lido, the share price going down. Even if the share price, also the 110 share price, and even if the lower than the money the company have. So the half price. Yeah, more disaster. But no care.
No, but obviously when shareholders lose a lot of money, nobody cares. Even it seems that the management of Nissan doesn't care. Okay, which is a shock. But second, after the shareholder loses, then employee lose. This is where it starts to hit, because then you're going to have to shut down plants, and you're going to have to reduce the headcount, and then you're going to have to reduce the salary, and you're going to have to do a lot of very tough things. This is where people is going to start to feel the pain of a company which is not growing anymore, and of a development which is not being done.
I think it's very tough period for the motor companies like Toyota or Nissan or GM or Ford. Every company is a tough period because EV, electronic vehicle, is going up.
Yeah, but come on, Toyota share did not drop. General Motors share did not drop. Why Nissan share dropped more than 50%?
Because of you.
No. Leadership counts.
Yeah.
People have the impression company goes by themselves. They don't. Leaders count. They make a difference, and we need to admit it. Japan received me in 1999. Okay, Japanese were not happy with the situation of Nissan. Okay, they received me. I did my job. I revived the company with many people, but I revived the company. Okay, so I took responsibility, and people accepted the leadership.
But Mr. Prosecutor,
he doesn't care. The prosecutor doesn't care. He doesn't care about this. But the problem is, who is going to pay for all the damage which has been done? And we've done a huge damage economically for the company, for the shareholders. Who's going to be responsible for that? The damage to the alliance, the damage to Mitsubishi, the damage to Renault that came through the story. And it's not finished, by the way. This is by far not finished. I mean, you're going to continue to see the pain coming through the company with the trend that is coming.
I think the Japanese justice system is a worst system, I think. One of the system is not better than North Korea system. I want you to 広めるかなと。Campaign, Japanese justice system is not good.
Well, I think that I love Japan. I love Japanese people. I spent 18 years in my life in Japan. My family also. That means Japan is a great country. That means Japanese people are very creative. They are very nice people. Even after I was arrested, when I was living in Tokyo, people were very nice to me. I mean, I was going everywhere. I was welcomed. Absolutely no problem. But this hostage justice system is absolutely incredible. I mean, I didn't even discover this system until I fell as a victim of this system. And it's totally in contradiction with everything else, which are the positive elements of Japan. And it's unbelievable that we continue to have a system like this. That I know that lawyers have been fighting for many years, unsuccessfully. I mean, Hironaka-san, Takano-san, they've been fighting this system. I used to ask them, is it legal? They said no. I told them, am I going to have a fair treatment? Am I going to have a fair trial? They said, we're going to try. We're going to try. It was not something guaranteed. It was something that they said, we're going to try you to have a fair system, which is unacceptable for such a modern country, such a country which is a democracy, and such a country which is one of the powerhouse on earth. It was shocking for me to see this reality, and obviously it was shocking that I was victim of this reality.
But I'm very shocked about your escape from Japan. I predicted. Unfortunately, you will be guilty. in Japan justice system. And maybe more than 5 years, you will be in prison. I predict it. But surprisingly, you escaped. I think the chance, you will be revealed. Japanese justice system is not good, bad, it's bad. So you will be in the movie, or there's some plans to movies or something.
Books, publication, documentaries, documentary. Yeah, well, obviously, I'm going to tell the facts the way I've seen them and the way I've been through them. And it's important because it's my own reputation, my reputation and my legacy which is at stake. And frankly, and by nature, I don't like lies to prevail. But there have been a lot of lies in the story. I mean, as you know, prosecutors don't care about the truth. Prosecutor wants to win. Yeah, he take a case, he wants to win. He doesn't care about the truth. Okay? The people in Nissan, and we know them, who have participated to this, who have been very stupid because they are destroying the company. They are destroying the company. They were very short-sighted. They thought that they would stay in responsibility, they would manage the company, that the alliance would grow, and Nissan would grow. Everything was wrong. After 1 year, 15 months, Nissan is collapsing, the alliance is collapsing, the reputation of Japan is being hurt. A lot of people telling me, oh, we had such a great opinion of the country at the beginning, and all of a sudden, the treatment that you're having, we are having second thoughts about why all this treatment. First, the disproportion between the treatment and the accusation, and second, the fact that the accusation, there is no evidence about the accusation. So a lot of people are shocked, and this is hurting also the reputation of the country, which frankly hurt me because I like Japan, I like Nissan, I worked 17 years, as you know, as head of Nissan, worked very hard to revive it. I've been an ambassador to Japanese interests and to Japanese investments for many years. And seeing all of this collapsing like this is extremely painful. It's extremely painful.
For our Japanese, it's very unfortunately things about this. The very good company, very good executive. Don't come to Japan. It's not good.
But Taka-san, look. If I was today going to go to Japan, and somebody tells me about the story of Carlos Ghosn, what happened to him, I'm going to think twice before going there. I'm going to say, hey, wait a minute. Why am I going to go put myself in a situation where it looks like we have a hostage justice system. It looks like the prosecutor wins 99.4% of the time. Now, let me tell you one thing which is very clear. You know, the people start as prosecutors, and then when they get older, they become lawyers. You know that, okay? They become lawyers, and some of them become defense lawyers. Okay, so when you're young and starting your career, you win 99.4% of the game. Okay? Now, when you get older, with more experience, probably you're smarter, you become a defense lawyer, you win 0.6% of the time. There's something wrong. I mean, it's the same people from one side and from the other side, you know? A little bit more mature, and they win all the games. There's something wrong about the system. You cannot win 99.4% of the time. There is something wrong into the rules if you win 99.4% of the time. You know, and the justification of this is very, frankly, worrying because it means you don't look at reality the way it is and try to see how can I improve it. You just say, no, I'm right, no matter what. I'm going to continue forever like this. This is wrong. And some people associate this system with the high level of safety and security in Japan, which in my opinion wrong. Japan is safe because Japanese people care about their city. And Japanese people participate into the security of the country. You know, it's like Switzerland. Swiss is very safe. Why? Because the Swiss care about the respect of the law, and the Swiss care about everybody follow the rules. So every citizen is going to tell you, you're doing something wrong. Please follow the rules. Please follow the law. The fact that the citizen is taking charge of the safety, making the country safe. It's not because you have a brutal prosecution system with judges which are totally aligned, particularly in the criminal cases, with the prosecutor. This doesn't make a safe country, because if not, any dictatorship would become very safe.
I totally agree with you. But our Japanese must be changed. But the prosecutor's power is very, very strong, because so the Japanese politician, even if Mr. Abe, Prime Minister, cannot change the situation, because if they want to change or want to change the Japanese justice system, the prosecutor maybe arrest.
So they are taking the country hostage. But you see, the point is, I'm worried for all the people in Japan who are victim of the system. It's not only about me. It's only about tens of thousands of people in Japan who got arrested, who got prosecuted, and who lose 99.4% of the time. These people are victim of the system. I'm particularly thinking about my colleague, ex-colleague, Greg Kelly, who's still there. He has, since he has been arrested, is more than 16 months, and he still 16 months, and he still doesn't have a date for his trial. He doesn't know when the trial is going to start. This is not normal. That means everybody has the right for a quick trial, for a fair trial. He's getting neither a fair trial nor a quick trial, and he deserves support as much as all the other people who today are silent victim of the system.
Terrible. But I was in the same situation.
I know. But it's unfortunate that we have to fall as a victim of the system to wake up to what's going on. I hope that there will be enough people to wake up and modify the system to have a much fairer system where justice can be given.
Your books or movies help us to wake up.
No, it has to come from inside Japan, Taka-san. I'm a foreigner. I will never influence. I think it has to be Japanese people who make the change. Nobody's going to change it for them. Obviously, I can witness, I can communicate and witness what I've been through. But I think it has to come inside Japan, and hopefully there will be enough leadership inside the country to change the system.
The tools of the SNS or Facebook or Twitter or Netflix maybe help us to wake up. Because the prosecutor and mass media in Japan is a colleague. So most of the Japanese don't know about this. So maybe a smartphone, broadband internet, and the SNS help us to know the truth. So
no, you're right. I think the media has been very uniform in their position, totally aligned with the prosecutor, supported also by the government in the one sentence, one opinion, no doubt about it. That's it. And no matter what happens beside that, it's irrelevant. But I think Japanese people have a lot of common sense. Japanese people are very smart and they have a lot of common sense. And they say, okay, this guy has been in Japan for 17 years. For 17 years, he has been successful. He has been doing good things. And all of a sudden, from one day to the other, because a few prosecutors plus a few executives from Nissan has decided, you're painted in a completely different way, completely forgetting and omitting 17 years of achievement. It's unbelievable. So this hurts the common sense of a lot of people. Yeah.
So we talk about a lot. Thank you for
your visit. Yeah, thank you for your visit. I hope you'll enjoy Lebanon.
But,
yeah.
I'm very impressed you because your car you use it the Nissan.
Yeah. Well, I did this car, the Patrol. I like this car because I did it.
Wow,
I supervised it. I supervised this car. Now,
even if you're arrested.
Yeah. But you see, it's not because I was arrested in Japan that I stopped to love Japan. It's not because some people in Japan have been nasty to me that I don't like Japanese people. I don't change my mind. I still in line with Japan. Japan is part of my life and it will not change. But it's my duty to tell the truth the way it is and to put the blame on the people to be blamed and avoid other people who have nothing to do with it to be put in the same pot. So I wish you well in your efforts to make a better justice system for the country because Japan deserves a better justice system. Hostage justice system is not for Japan. This is not the country who can take this kind of system. We should leave this system for North Korea or other countries. We should have something much more balanced for the sake of justice in Japan.
I promise. Thank you. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Dr.
Yeah.